Okay, Winnie, are you ready for your first official outing?
First winery?
You look ready.
It's a little big.
Cutie.
She looks mad, actually. You mad? You a sad, mad little girl?
You giving us the
She's giving us
the cold shoulder.
I want to go back to sleep. You want to go back to sleep?
We're actually gonna leave the house and go to a winery. I think this is our first.
Solo dolo.
Yeah, this is our first like date-ish kind of thing.
Oh, we're going on a date?
Since the Rona.
Since
March something.
fucking February. Valentine's Day.
Definitely the first
We didn't
one.
even go out and do anything on Valentine's
First
Day.
one with 3. I don't remember what we did for Valentine's Day.
We just had food. Remember you got sushi?
Oh yeah. So
Small.
we've been going to this winery since college. I don't remember why we went the first time or how we even
One of
found
my
it.
clients from Neroli.
Yeah, but it's called Piper's Porch. We used to go
All the
multiple times a year, and then we kind of went down to just once a year, and we buy like a box of wine.
We haven't gone. We didn't go.
But we
last
haven't
year.
gone in like 2 years, I think.
The last time we went, we were planning that we picked the wedding colors. The last time
Yeah.
we went. For what? 4 hours.
We made it to the winery.
She's still sleeping.
Doing the exact same thing she was doing at home. not enjoying the experience. Or I guess not taking advantage
She's got
of it.
all
She's
her
still
things,
enjoying it.
but she's definitely enjoying. Don't bother her.
A little tongue action.
She doesn't give a shit. We have all our snacks.
We got just peachy wine. Peppers, guacamole, cheese and meat platter. And then we have fruit in the cooler.
And a bubba warming in the sun.
There's not as many people as I thought there was
Yeah,
gonna be.
I thought there was
They
gonna be
just
way more
put out
people.
Way more seating. Because these look like brand new chairs. Winslow's just living her best life out here.
Always. She's kind of hot though. But she's living her best.
We'll get her in the car after she hopefully goes to the bathroom quickly.
Yeah. I feel like she's not going to. Just because we want her to. And then when we get her in the car, she'll have a blowout like she did last week.
We made it home. Now we're bottle feeding. Because we don't exactly know how much we got during our booby feeding.
Look at that little mouth.
Ooh.
There's only a little left. You can do it.
We're thinking that she's going to have a
Nice. Nice snap after this.
pretty solid nap afterwards here.
A crib nap.
Crib nap. Someone's being needy. It's not Ashlyn for once. I said someone's being needy and it's not you for once.
Oh, you know what I do need to do?
Pump.
That 20-minute nap killed me. Mosers, get off the couch. Happy Father's Day, babe. So this little string bean, we just put her outfit on, and as soon as I was finished, she pooped. So now we're just gonna let her marinate for a little bit, and then we'll go bring her to Dad. What you think, Win?
Dad, without me, today would be just another day. You've only known me for such a short time, but in that time I have already learned you are going to be the best daddy I could have ever asked for. Mama and I are so lucky to have you. Happy Father's Day. I love you so much with all my love, Winnie.
Winnie.
Thanks, Whitney.
Yeah, she really did her best on that card.
She has good handwriting.
Yeah, she has great handwriting.
Quantum physics for babies. General relativity for babies. Newtonian physics for babies. Rocket science for babies. Okay. These are basically also probably could work for my high school class.
Aren't these cool?
Yeah, I've seen one of them in not a hard cover.
This is a ball. This ball has energy. Ugh, this is stupid.
A blowout?
All over.
A mid-diaper pee and poop? Again? Had to give you a little bath.
In her Father's Day onesie.
Yeah, so now you won't get to see your Father's Day onesie until it's washed.
Oh no, I put it on earlier.
Oh, well,
When
I
she
got to
was
take a picture with it, so
when she was laying on. Oh yeah, I wanted to take a family photo.
it's in the wash. But yeah, look at this little toe.
Not impressed. She loves looking out the window.
Yeah, any like source of light.
I also love this little mat. This little rainbow mat.
What do you need?
He needs absolutely nothing. Jasper?
Out on a little walk on Father's Day
Yeah, she's getting a little suntan.
by the lake.
Remember when you said the lake always is brown?
I know, it actually looks nice. I always have it like ingrained into my head that it's
Brown.
brown.
It's not.
It's actually pretty nice.
Is there stuff in this cup still?
No. Mom,
I really hope you edit that out.
I just stepped in a puddle.
Good. That's what you get.
Hello, Winslow. Good morning. Morning. Winnie's back to being sassy. Sassy Winnie. Don't you guys wish you could all sleep like this?
Oh. Your kitty wants to play.
Your brother.
You're tired too? Playtime is not going very well. Winnie, wake up. Wake up.
No thoughts? It's Winslow's first restaurant outing.
Winnie, it's your first restaurant.
The Kenosha Market was kind of a bust.
Kenosha Market was the best.
We almost got fries,
And then they ran out.
and they ran out.
Yeah, mine looks way more fancy. Yours just looks like meat. Yeah, huh?
Alright, we started a new nighttime routine. I think it's written down over here. Kind of. It's just all over the place, but this is what we're shooting for.
Time between 7 and 8-ish, I guess.
Bath time, nighttime feeding, then going to bed in her bassinet. Yesterday was the first time we did it,
She did great.
and she did really well. Isn't that right, Winnie?
She's like, get that thing out of my face.
Here, you want to look at yourself?
Ooh, you like that?
Making faces. Our anniversary is in 2 days.
Wow.
1 year anniversary.
With the baby.
With a
1 month old.
at that point.
Baby, a month old. Ooh, you love the bath time, huh?
This is what a coronavirus / newborn
Anniversary looks like?
1-year wedding anniversary looks like.
Honestly, my bruschetta is way better.
Ashlyn's critiquing Gooseberry's bruschetta. I knew she was going to do this. As soon as we bought it, I knew she was going to put more of that vinegar in it. Because that looks just to me like pico. Like it's not brown enough like yours is.
And there's no cheese.
Ashlyn's a bruschetta master.
I have already burned half our bread.
There's a slight error in the bread making, but that's it. But we're gonna have bruschetta, crab legs, steaks, and mashed potatoes, and wine. Winnie's sleeping. She eats soon though. Gets up in like 30 minutes. Here's Mama's finished product. There's Winnie, eyes open. Kind of.
Nervous.
Sure you did well.
I've never made crab legs before.
No, it's the first time.
They're actually really good.
They're good. You did well, babe.
I'm very impressed with myself.
Good job. Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary. Winnie, thank you for getting me flowers today.
Say you're welcome, Mom. Spent my allowance on them. All the clips you guys just watched were from Winslow's first month.
Normally I wouldn't sit with her in this while she is sleeping or while I'm sitting, but she's sleeping, so I'm doing it.
We just wanted to sit down and kind of give everyone an update on how Winslow's been the first month. When we first brought her home, all she really did was sleep, eat, and go to the bathroom. Those are the 3 things she does, but she does them in like a different like time amounts at this point. Because she used to like just sleep. Like that was the only thing she would ever do. Wake up like every 3 hours probably for food. Now she...
Even at first though, she still was sleeping longer at night than we expected.
Yeah, I mean, since we brought her home.
Like we were really surprised at how easy she's been.
Yeah. And
how like long she's been sleeping in between. Now she's like awake more during the day, but even at night, like right in the beginning, she was sleeping like 4, 5, 6 hour stretches, which at first I like panicked about, and I was like, well, we need to wake her up to feed her. But within like 2 days of being home, remember, I was like, let's not set an alarm, let's just let her sleep. Yeah. So she obviously needs to sleep, and as long as she's gaining weight, I'm not really concerned about her sleeping through a feeding anymore.
And we use her scale, her changing mat as a scale, so we just use that daily to see. Track her weight. Gaining. We track diapers, weight, and feedings.
I was tracking pumping sessions, but not anymore, because now I don't really pump.
Yeah, that's been a big change lately as Ashlyn's pumping has gone
when we first got home, I would cry because I'd have to pump. And I was pumping like every 2 hours because I just needed to pump. And then I got, do you see Jasper? And then I got the LV, which I think I'm gonna do an LV review video, which is just like a wearable pump, like you're not connected with the long tubes to the wall, which is what was killing me, was just sitting there. But I got the wearable pump, so at least I was able to like move around and do stuff, which is so much better. We had to supplement with formula for the first like day or 2, and then we got home, my milk came in, which is awful. But still, even at that point, like I was just pumping and we were bottle feeding her, which was nice because then I wasn't like attached to her all the time, but at the same time it would suck not being able to hang out with her and Cody while I'm just like sitting in that stupid rocking chair pumping my life away. But then after like, what, 2 weeks? I would say 2 weeks in, I was like, screw it, I'm just gonna start breastfeeding even if it's awful. Just because she's so small, like she can't really like get a good latch because I'm too big and she's too small. But now I've been using like shields and she's been I would say, almost exclusively breastfeeding. She still is curled up in a ball. She usually, the only time she like lays flat out is when, well, no, now she's like laying flat out.
She lays flat out
when she's like with her, like in her plate mat and stuff. But at first she was always scrunched up in a ball. Her hands were always on her face.
Her hands are always, are still by her face a lot of the time.
And usually in fists.
And she holds her thumb with her fingers.
Yeah, she holds her thumb down. Which I pulled out a huge gunk of like fuzzy, crusty something the other day. We just got a electric nail file because, or buffer or whatever, because Mom nipped her thumb. And we've been only really using gloves on her because she scratches her face so much.
Yeah, I would say like the first month she was
in
exclusively
gloves.
in some kind of
mittens at all times. Those little nails are so sharp. But now we have that little nail file, so I just try to keep up with it. Since we've got it, I've like used it at least once a day. We got it this past weekend, Thursday? I don't remember. But I can tell that she like already is happy with her hands out. She's trying to like grab things. She lost her umbilical cord within the first week. And Cody yelled, "Do you want to save it?"
But I was hoping that she said no because it was already in a poop-filled diaper.
I did not want to save it. I think that's a little much to save an umbilical cord. What do you think was like the hardest part in the first month?
I don't know. I think I have like two hard things. One is each day, like the days seem to go by really, really fast now because I'm constantly in like a 3-hour like time frame because you're always basing what you're doing off of her next feeding. So I think that's the one thing is like the 3-hour time frame makes the day go really fast and you kind of feel like if you have to go anywheres for anything,
you have to plan it out.
It's so hard.
Perfectly.
So that's one. And then the other one is just like at night, in the middle of the night, even not so much with just the baby, but like with Ashlyn seeing Ashlyn get upset is hard to work with because
I don't get upset like that.
Well, because you get
can't.
upset easily with that stuff. So, so like when Winslow won't go back to sleep or is not latching or something like that, and then Ashlyn gets frustrated, it just becomes a nightmare in the middle of the night. So,
well, it just sucks because like you don't know, like you personally don't know how it feels, like in that moment, and there's literally nothing you could. The only thing you could do is go get a bottle, which would be fine, but then I would have to pump.
Yeah.
So then even that would just suck.
What's been the hardest thing for you?
The hardest thing for me in the beginning was the pumping.
Yeah, I mean, I think
always
overall
pumping.
breastfeeding has been the hardest for
Breastfeeding
you.
has been absolutely the hardest thing. One of my friends that I like talked to, she had a baby like a week after we had Winnie, and she said everyone described breastfeeding to her as like sunshine and rainbows, and it is absolutely not sunshine and rainbows.
I think you've done a really good job though, like not giving up on it. I think a lot of people probably going through like all the things that you've gone through would have just made the switch over to formula.
I just don't want to.
But it was something that you really wanted to do, so
yeah,
proud of you for that.
Thanks, babe. I just didn't want to, I mean, I have milk, so I just don't want to not do it. Just boobs in general. That's been the hardest thing.
Well, I got another hard thing for me. Timing. Diaper timing.
Cody does this thing where he tries to change her diaper and just misses the boat. I would say at least 25% of the time.
I didn't even.
Did you hear her laugh? She's only peed once like that on me, but she didn't actually pee on me. She peed in the new diaper. The thing that she does with me is I'll change her and then she'll poop again.
Well,
and then I'll change her.
Ashlyn does it so fast that she gets a new diaper on before she can do it.
Before she does it again.
So,
but then I have to change it again, so it doesn't even matter.
Currently, she's going through her first leap.
Which means she's extra clingy. loses her appetite, doesn't sleep well, which I would say is pretty accurate. Like, she still is doing all of those things well, but she's just a little more fussy with all of them.
She's starting to focus on some things. I'm looking forward to the point where she's like focused on us a little bit more.
All she can see is like contrasting objects right now.
Yeah, when we put her to bed in the bassinet, we have two like poster-sized pictures of Ashlyn and I, and they're really dark, and we have kind of lighter wall. So
she just stares at those frames.
So she stares at those contrasts on the wall.
She's holding her head up a lot. She can roll over onto her side. She rolled from her stomach to her back.
To her back once.
Which I think was a fluke, but she still did it. Just in the last couple days, I would say she really is enjoying her play mat. We have a bedtime routine that we're doing now that's, I feel like, working really well for the first stretch of the night, but the second stretch of the night, like when she gets up for her feeding in the middle of the night, she doesn't sleep well after it, but she still sleeps. So we need to figure out how to...
She sleeps well after it, she just doesn't... She doesn't go to sleep right away. She has a hard time falling
asleep. Yeah, that second time. I did just switch to, like, as soon as she gets up, that's when she eats. Like, we don't try to, like, wait it out or push it. Like, I feed her when she wakes up instead of feeding her and then she goes to sleep. Because they have the most energy right after they eat. So if she wakes up, we feed her, then she can be awake for a little bit of time before she falls asleep again. Then we do it all over again. Eat, play, sleep. Oh wait, we should tell them how much she weighs right now.
Oh, she's 8 pounds, 10 ounces.
Well, she's technically 5 weeks, right?
Yes.
5 weeks today. Where's the thing? 8 pounds, what did you say?
8 pounds, 10 ounces.
10 ounces.
The grapefruit pajamas that you guys see.
Which are my favorite jammies.
I think you guys see them in this video earlier. She's either in the Mamaroo or the newborn lounger. In the clip, they're like hanging off of her limbs, and she wore those
last night
to bed last night.
And they're too small.
And they're almost too small.
No, they're definitely too small because like the neck on them comes down to like here. Like it like is so tight because they're too long. It's not a scoop neck. She's too long for them.
So
those are my favorite jams.
Definitely.
And the ones that we switched her into this morning, her whole like ankle and down like hangs out.
Definitely getting longer.
Yeah, newborn sizes she still fits in. She's still in newborn diapers. Clothes she can fit in some 0 to 3, like this little onesie is 0 to 3, but it's a little roomy.
Alright, we gotta end this video, otherwise we're just gonna continuously talk. We have filmed a little bit of 4th of July stuff. It was a lame 4th of July, but...
It was so depressing.
We have that filmed. I have an LV video started, and then we'll do
a newborn favorites.
So that's what's coming up. We've been definitely slow on the vlogs, but there's just not a lot.
There's nothing to, I mean, we're just sitting at home.
Not a lot going on.
I go back to work in 2 weeks. 2 weeks from yesterday. You guys are just gonna hang out without me all the time.
So yeah, thanks for watching the video. Make sure to subscribe if you guys want to keep up with the videos. Talk to you guys later. Winslow says bye even though she's sleeping.
She doesn't care.